Ever wonder what it's like to drive a race car on the street? Well, some lunatics actually built road-legal cars with genuine racing engines. Not detuned, not street versions. Actual race engines you could register and insure. These are the 10 most insane examples. Porsche 918 Spider. The 918 Spider's 4.6-liter V8 came straight from Porsche's RS Spider Le Mans prototype. That engine was designed to survive 24 hours at Le Mans, 8,600 RPM all day long. For the road car, Porsche kept the dry sump lubrication, titanium connecting rods, and race-bred architecture. They added 2 electric motors for a combined 887 horsepower. The V8 alone makes 608 horses at 8,700 RPM with a specific output of 132 horsepower per liter, 26 more than the Carrera GT. It revs to 9,150 RPM, screams like an LMP car, and hits 60 in 2.2 seconds according to Car and Driver. The Nürburgring lap, 6 minutes 57 seconds. Faster than anything that wasn't a full race car. Only 918 were built, and they're now worth over $1.5 million. That V8 was designed for endurance racing. It'll outlast the carbon fiber tub it's bolted to. This wasn't a supercar with racing inspiration. This was a race engine with license plates. Ford GT. It wasn't some truck motor they tuned up. It came from Ford's Daytona prototype race car that ran IMSA for 2 seasons. Same basic architecture, same twin-turbo setup, just detuned from race spec to 647 horsepower. For 2020, they bumped it to 660. The dry sump lubrication, gallery-cooled pistons, and race spec ignition coils all came from the DP car. Top speed, 216 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. And it beat the McLaren 675 LT and Ferrari 458 Special at Calabria Motorsports Park. The carbon fiber monocoque, pushrod suspension, and active aero were all race tech. The GT MK2 track version cranked the same engine to over 700 horsepower. Only around 1,350 were built total. This thing was developed to win Le Mans in 2016, and it did. Then Ford sold it to the public. Plymouth Belvedere. The 1965 Plymouth Belvedere, a 990, was a factory drag car you could buy at a dealership. The 426 race Hemi made 425 horsepower officially, but dyno tests showed over 600. This wasn't the street Hemi, this was the race version with 12.5 to 1 compression, aluminum heads, magnesium intake manifold, and dual Holley 4 barrels. Only 101 were built. They came with acid-dipped doors, lightweight Corning glass, deleted heater, deleted radio, deleted back seat. The goal? Win NHRA Superstock. And they did. These things ran 11-second quarter miles bone stock. The engine required 103 octane fuel, had a solid lifter cam, and was built to race specifications at Chrysler's Lynch Road plant. Most got destroyed racing. Clean survivors sell for $300,000 plus. This was a race car with a VIN. 1984 BMW M5. The E28 M5's M88/3 engine came straight from the BMW M1 supercar, which itself used a racing engine from the 3.0 CSL race cars. This 3.5-liter straight 6 made 282 horsepower with 6 individual throttle bodies, a race-bred valve train, and Bosch Motronic fuel injection that Ferrari poached engineers to study. It was more powerful than a Ferrari 328. Top speed was 152 miles per hour, fastest sedan in the world in 1985. The engine was hand-built at BMW Motorsports facility, featured titanium valves, and redlined at 7,000 RPM. Only 2,241 were built, and most were hand-assembled. That M88 architecture proved its durability in racing. It later powered the M635 CSI and spawned variants that won countless races. The E28 M5 wasn't just fast, it was built to racing tolerances. These engines routinely hit 200,000 plus miles. That's race car reliability in a business suit. Alfa Romeo Montreal. The Montreal's 2.6-liter V8 came directly from the Tipo 33 racing prototype, the car that dominated sports car racing in the late 60s. Alfa literally took the 2.0-liter race V8, bored it out to 2.6 liters, and dropped it in a road car. It made 200 horsepower with Spica fuel injection and dry sump lubrication. The engine featured dual over overhead cams, 4 valves per cylinder, and hemispherical combustion chambers. All race tech. Top speed was 139 miles per hour. The Group 4 racing version with a 3.0-liter variant made 370 horsepower at 9,000 RPM and actually competed at Le Mans. Only 3,925 were built between 1970 and 1977. Most rusted away, but that V8 was bulletproof. It was designed to survive endurance racing, and survivors prove it. The Montreal flopped commercially, but mechanically, pure racing pedigree wrapped in Gandini's gorgeous bodywork. Ferrari F50. The F50's 4.7-liter V12 was derived from Ferrari's 1990 Formula 1 engine, the 3.5-liter V12 that powered the 641 F1 car driven by Alain Prost. Ferrari bored it out, added displacement, and created a 513 horsepower naturally aspirated screamer that redlined at 8,500 RPM. 5 valves per cylinder, titanium connecting rods, and an 11.3:1 compression ratio. The engine was a stressed member of the chassis, bolted directly to the carbon fiber monocoque like an F1 car. Top speed was 202 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. Only 349 were built. The F50 GT racing version bumped power to 750 horsepower at 10,500 RPM, proving the engine's race potential. That V12 was designed for F1. It screamed, it wailed, and it demanded 100-octane fuel. This was Ferrari bringing F1 technology to the road, unfiltered. BMW M1. The M1's M88 engine was developed from the BMW M49 motorsport engine used in the 3.0 CSL race cars. In road trim, it made 277 horsepower from 3.5 liters with 6 individual throttle bodies and Kugel-Fischer fuel injection. But the Pro Car racing version, 470 horsepower at 9,000 RPM. That same basic engine later powered the E28 M5 and E24M 635 CSI. Top speed was 165 miles per hour. The M1 was designed specifically for Group 5 racing, though regulations changed before it could dominate. The Pro Car series put F1 drivers like Niki Lauda and Nelson Piquet in identical M1s as F1 support races. Only 456 were built. The turbocharged Group 5 racing versions made 850 to 900 horsepower. That M88 architecture proved unbreakable. It routinely survives 200,000 plus miles. This wasn't a road car pretending to be a racer. It was a racer pretending to be a road car. 1969 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. The ZL1's all-aluminum 427 came from the Can-Am Chaparral race cars, the same engine that dominated sports car racing. Officially rated at 430 horsepower, dyno tests showed 550 to 600. It weighed just 500 pounds, same as a small block, but packed big block power. Aluminum block, aluminum heads, 12.5:1 compression, forged everything, and an 850 cubic feet per minute Holley. It required 103 octane fuel and ran 11.6 second quarter miles on slicks. Only 69 were built because the engine alone cost $4,160, more than most complete cars. The ZL1 was designed for drag racing's new pro stock class. Most got destroyed racing. Clean survivors sell for $500,000 plus. That engine was built to Can-Am specifications. It could survive endurance racing. Instead, Chevy sold it to the public. Absolute insanity. Porsche Carrera GT. The Carrera GT's 5.7-liter V10 was developed for Porsche's LMP 2000 Le Mans prototype. The race car never competed. Porsche pulled the plug, but the engine was too good to waste. They detuned it from race spec and dropped it in the Carrera GT. It made 604 horsepower at 8,000 RPM, revving to 8,400 RPM with sodium-cooled exhaust valves, titanium connecting rods, and dry sump lubrication. All race tech. The engine was a stressed member of the chassis, bolted directly to the carbon fiber monocoque. Top speed, 205 miles per hour, only 1,270 were built. The engine originated from a failed F1 project in the early 90s, evolved into the LMP 2000, then became the Carrera GT's heart. It was designed to survive Le Mans. Instead, it powered one of the last great analog supercars. That V10 will outlast everything around it. Chevrolet Corvette C3L88. The L88 427 was Zora Duntov's masterpiece. A race engine you could order from a Chevy dealer. Officially rated at 430 horsepower to discourage casual buyers, dyno tests showed 550 to 570. It featured aluminum heads, a 12.5:1 compression compression ratio, forged internals, and an 850 cubic feet per minute Holley, the largest ever fitted to a GM production engine. The solid lifter cam, race spec bottom end, and dry sump ready architecture made it a race motor. It required 103 octane fuel, had no heater, no radio, and ran 11-second quarter miles. Only 216 were built from 1967 to 1969, 20 in 67, 80 in 68, 116 in 69. This engine was designed for SCCA and IMSA racing. Privateers bought L-88 Corvettes, added roll cages, and went racing. Clean Survivors sell for $1 to $2 million. The L-88 proved racing engines could be street legal. Barely. This was Chevrolet's middle finger to everyone who said race cars couldn't have license plates. If you are curious about forgotten but built to last forever cars, you can watch this video.